We haven't seen each other for more than 2 months, and this is what happened. In this video, we are going to transform these nails with Modelones Acrylic system coming up. Hello guys, Anastasia here, and I have a new package of acrylic powders by Modelones. So they are 28-gram powders and I have plenty of new colors. So let's try the glitter ones today and see how they look. Today we have 16 glitter colors to swatch, and let's start with number 16. This is our silver powder. You can see all the numbers in the upper right corner. I'm definitely going to use this one a lot because I love silver. Next one is blue, so it has small and large glitters, which is great. And by the way, I really love swatching glitter colors because they're just so smooth and easy to apply, and also it's pretty easy to clean the brush from the glitter. So next one is green, and first I thought, well, this color, is just green, just average green, nothing special about it, but keep watching, you will be surprised with the result. So the glitter is really small here, like some golden and silver particles, and when I applied it and looked at the result, it looks like an ombre, even though I didn't do one. That's pretty cool, right? I'm using this one on the model today, so you will see it later again. Number 20 is a golden one, 21 silver and blue glitter, 22 silver and red mix of glitters, using this one today as well. 24 is another silver glitter, 25 soft blue color, 26 emerald green. Ooh, I'm definitely using this one on myself sometime. 28 magenta with glitter, 29 dark purple with silver, 30 is like greenish golden color, 31 multicolor, and 32 is a gorgeous red. This is how they look all together. I'm definitely all set for the holiday season, so stay tuned for more designs with these gorgeous glitters. And now let's work with today's client. I already did cuticle care and extensions on her about 2.5 months ago, but then unfortunately we didn't have an opportunity to meet, so she took them off and now we need to start all over again. So this time, unfortunately, this right hand is in a bit worse condition. I mean, she has more cuts and these bloody hangnails on her skin, but other than that, as I started working with her cuticles, pushing them back, like now I'm using this safe bit with no abrasive, I was surprised that it was so much easier to work with it, because last time it was her first manicure, her first extensions in her life, and now this is just the second, and it's already so much easier to work on her. What I'm saying is that even one-time cuticle care will make a difference, but if she will continue doing services with me, I bet her skin and nails will look so much better, but it will definitely take time. So I used to have this client that was biting her nails, and it took us about 2 to 3 years, but her nail beds started to look so much better. Unfortunately, I do not have pictures because I wasn't documenting everything back then. It was many years ago, but I am now, so hopefully we will see some improvements. Then I switched to the reverse mode and pushing back the cuticles again. So I prefer working with this bead with this client because her skin is already damaged and cut, and also, on the other hand, it is so rough, it's just really hard to separate it from the nail plate. So this bead is super soft, it doesn't have abrasive, so it's not possible to damage the skin with it. So basically it's doing the work of the pusher. And once I open up and push up the cuticles, then I'm going to use a flame bit, but at a relatively low speed, about 14,000 rotations per minute. Now you can see how tiny this pinky is. I mean, just take a look compared to the nail bit. It's just super small. So I'm gently pushing back the skin being super careful because I definitely do not want to do any more cuts. And the reason we need to do this is basically a nail prep, because with this kind of nails, short bitten nails, usually the cuticle part is spreading like halfway across the nail plate, and as I'm pushing back the cuticles, I'm not just making the cuticles look better, I'm also getting rid of the hangnails and also doing the nail plate prep at the same time. Then it is time to trim the cuticles with the scissors. The level of my anxiety on a scale from 1 to 10 at this point, as I was working with this particular nail, was probably 10. I mean, seriously, because you can see this nail is already so red, we already have some cuts, but I still wanted to make it look better, so I wasn't breathing. And luckily the client, she was so nice and she didn't feel any pain. She said that no, it's not painful or it doesn't hurt as I'm doing this, because I was not touching the damaged part. So when I finished with this one, I was like, sure, okay. Now with the other nails, the ones that doesn't have any cuts, it was so much easier to work with. So our goal is to trim only the white part, only the dead skin, and this is it. So okay, now we can breathe, now we're done, and this is how the nails look after the cuticle care. Still have some wounds and cuts, but they look so much better, right? Now let's finally do the transformation. First I will apply the hydrator and let dry, and then I'm going to use an acid primer. This is the great solution for acrylic nails, especially for short bitten nails, because it gives a great adhesion, but make sure it's fully dry. It might take a while depending on the nails. I'm going to use number 12 Modelones acrylic brush and 19 acrylic powder. But I will start with the clear one, as it is always better to apply a clear right on the nail plate. If you will apply glitter directly on the nail plate, it may work with some clients, but glitter is basically like polyester, right? So it will not really adhere to the nail plate, while the polymer, especially the clear polymer, that one that doesn't have any additions to it, will adhere so much better. So whenever you're working with the glitter, and it applies for any product, acrylic, gel, polygel, first apply a thin coat of clear, then add some glitter, and then seal it with the clear again. So this time we decided to do nails slightly longer, just slightly. I definitely do not have any intentions to create a long nails for her. And also we tried to make them a bit more like almond, just a little bit pointy. And I would really love to see the result, because I have a feeling that this shape might look a little bit better on her. By the way, she works as a chef in one of my favorite restaurants in Moscow. I just discovered it, and some of her cuts and burns on her fingers are due to her work. But luckily, she said she was transferred to like another department where they're working with the cold food. So hopefully she will not have as many damages on her fingers now due to her work. After applying clear, I applied this glitter color, and first I was thinking of an ombre, but then I realized that the nails are probably too short, so we decided to do the entire nail out of glitter instead. And since closer to the cuticle we're going to apply less product anyways, it will probably look like some kind of transition or ombre. Just make sure that you have a margin across the cuticle as well as the sidewalls. It is extremely important when working with the nails like that.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh.
Let's continue, and on this nail I'm going to use this another glitter number 23. And originally I didn't really like this color because for some reason I like cold tones of glitter more. But as we finished the nail, I liked it even better than the first one. So once again, we start by creating a clear base, and you probably noticed that I'm not using the forms, and here's the trick. You need to hold the sidewalls of a client really tight. In my case, this is the left hand. And while you're applying the product, you're like pushing them back. So this is what allows us to apply the product. And since I'm not going to do an extreme length, this is enough. So basically I'm sculpting with acrylic on air. This is one of the great opportunities of this product, is that you are even allowed to create extensions without using forms. But if you need a longer nails, then you will definitely need to fit the form as well. Do not forget to measure if the length matches to the other nails. If it doesn't, then you can always add, like right now I am adding a small bead of clear, and whenever you add something, make sure that the consistency is closer to dry, because if it will be too wet, then you will not really be able to sculpt anything out of it. Also, since we're making an almond or like oval shape, make sure it's symmetrical, so take a look from a different angle. And whenever you're happy, let's continue with the glitter. So this color is like fall color, right? It reminds me from fall colors for some reason. And as I get closer to the cuticle, I also leave a tiny margin across the cuticle and the sidewalls. It is very important, because if you will not, if the product will even slightly touch the skin with these deep sidewalls, it will be almost impossible to file it from there, even with the e-file, so we will end up with some product lifting in these areas. Then I'm going to seal it with the clear, and since we have a short nails, we do not really need to create too much thickness. The layer that I use to encapsulate is super thin, so the goal is just to cover the glitter and just to be sure that we have enough height on the apex area and that it is fully covered with clear, and this is it. So what I'm saying is that you do not have to apply too much all the time. It depends on the design. We are done with the application, so I used a different color of glitter on two hands. We used this one on one hand and another one on the opposite. And now it is time to slightly file and shape the nails.
Never once, never once. Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Oh, ooh, I guess it wasn't true.
At this point, my client said, "Oh my God, I cannot believe that this is my hand." And now let's seal it with a top coat. I'm using the one by Modelones. This is a no wipe top coat, so you just apply it, cure, and then you do not need to do anything else. And yes, applying top coat on the glitter with acrylic nails, it's just so satisfying. Cure in LED for 30 seconds and we're done. This is the result. Let me guys know what do you think, and also, do you like this shape better or do you like the one that I did before? This is how it looks. I really like them both, but I think the last one looks a bit more elegant and feminine on her, I guess. I will leave all the links in the description box, and do not forget to use my code Nailcou10 for 10% off when shopping on Modelones.com. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new tutorials just like this one every week. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!